Gonna do a quick little review of the AirLift Performance suspension. I've had this on the car for just a hair under 20,000 miles, and I feel like I can give a fair assessment on the quality and the ride of it. So we'll get going, air up, and you can actually hear how loud the compressor is. It is hard mounted in my trunk, and you'll hear it kick on in a second. Turn off the music. There's the compressor going. A little loud. I didn't use any of the silencers. It'll kick off really quick. Not a big deal to me. Like I said, just a hair under about 20,000 miles. Cruise around daily in this car. Ride quality, because everyone always wants to know. I believe it feels better than stock, believe it or not. When I first put them in, it was a pain to get the settings figured out, but once I had the settings figured out, it's been great. Once I figured out my ride height and the air pressures, after that point I dialed in the dampening. I'm currently cruising around at 41 psi in the front bags and 58 in the rear. It's softer than the stock springs and struts. When I take it to the track, I actually go up in air pressure to about 45 in the front and 61 in the rear. Those are the numbers that pretty much felt almost stock feeling. As far as performance on the track, the instructor that I had drove the car. He did many hot laps in the car. He had no complaints at all. He was actually shocked that I was riding on bags. He thought I was actually on a set of coilovers, so he was actually quite impressed. I actually had to air out the car for him to believe me. So as far as on the track, I'm novice. I don't have a ton of seat time. For me, it was more or less just getting a grip on how the car handled and reacted. But as far as my instructor, he thought the suspension did great. Daily though, because that's what most people do anyway. Nobody really buys these sport cars for the sole purpose of track only. It'd be great to do that, but I can't do that. So I actually have to daily this car. I have speed bumps that go in and out of my place where I live. I have speed bumps to get to where I go to work. So being able to lift the car up at the push of a button is fantastic. I have no complaints about this kit. It's been great. I would definitely purchase it again. Albeit it is kind of expensive for the suspension, since you can get a really nice set of coilovers for less than what I paid. But overall, the versatility on a daily driver it's been insane. Like I said, I can change the settings and it'll ride like a Cadillac going down the highway, or I can crank it up and it'll feel like I'm on 2x4s and I can feel an ant in the road. Current setting, it is a little softer than stock. I'm sitting at about lowering spring ride height, if you will. Overall, it's been a fantastic purchase. Highly suggested to anybody. I only had one issue in these 20,000 miles that I've had this kit, and I was popping fuses left and right. I couldn't figure it out. What it was just a ground. It was a mistake on my end where I didn't make a good connection with the terminal and the wire. As soon as I fixed that, the issue went away. So it wasn't even an issue of the actual product, it was just my mistake when I was installing. But yeah, highly suggest everyone at least get in a vehicle with an AirLift system. There's a lot of people who throw shade, mainly the track dedicated guys will talk smack on bags, but I feel like they perform very, very well. I can't really say as far as how much better they are or potentially worse than coils, because I just don't have a lot of seat time, but for a daily car, it's fantastic. The fact that you can just air up, get over random obstacles is awesome. And then when you can show up to a show, air out, break everybody's necks, it's fantastic. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for listening.